Tiffany Harrison.
Superintendent, members of the board, thank you very much for hearing us this evening. I brought two gentlemen up here that I've helped train since we all have had quite the growth spurts. They were about my size. I forget I'm this short. I do teach the littler kids. We teach ages 3 to 17. I teach the smaller kids mostly, but I do help out with the teenagers. My name is Tiffany Harrison. I was a substitute teacher for 2 years for LISD, and so I would run into these guys occasionally in their hallways or classrooms, and they talk about it all the time. They love it. They're just in love with the program. There were several kids, when I mentioned what I did outside of substitute teaching, they were so interested in what we do and what we offer that there was resounding interest from the student population. I was a secondary substitute teacher, so that was middle and high school. I'm a former law enforcement officer from Denton. I also have a psychology baccalaureate. I understand that there are a lot of kids with a lot of issues, and the ones that come through our door are not the perfect kids all the time. A lot of times I've never met their parents, and I just want to thank, parents. The parents that we do come are so supportive, and a lot of these kids need a program like this. Some of the, it was mentioned that bullying is a real big problem. It's been a big problem, and I'm really glad that our country is starting to address it, and I'm glad that the district is starting to address it. Obesity, emotional well-being, these are all things that are programmed in, martial arts and Brazilian Jujitsu and Muay Thai kickboxing. It's not just about physical fitness, it's about emotional fitness, mental clarity, and a spiritual well-being. These kids learn tranquility, discipline, respect for themselves and for those around them. And I've been teaching for 5 years here. I love this program, and I rave about it to everybody I come in contact with. I have business cards in my wallet. I'm very honored to have graduated from this district, and I really hope that you guys consider this program for external PE. I know that there will be a resounding interest from parents and students alike. So thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you. The next name I have is Terry Corcoran. Is that right?
Well, good evening. I'm Terry Corcoran. I'm the owner of North Texas Mixed Martial Arts. I'm 48 years old. I've lived here for 47 of those years. I've been here for a long time. I graduated in 1980. I've had my program here now for 13 years. We're located in Flower Mountain right off of 2499, so we're kind of centrally located to Marcus and some of the other schools in the Flower Mountain area. I'd like to thank my employees and students for coming up and doing a good job. But our goal really is to get the kids the physical needs that they may have, the mental needs to train them, dealing with bullies. That's a big thing. But we got a good program. We're well established. Probably one of the oldest schools in town. But I'd just like to thank everyone for hearing me and appreciate it and consider us for the program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next name I have is Angela Armstrong.
Hello, I haven't seen y'all in a while. Good to see ya. I'm here as a representative of United Educators Association, and I'm here to represent all of the teachers, and just to let you know that we do appreciate everything you do. We understand the numerous hours you have put into the superintendent search, and you've done an excellent job. We appreciate every minute that you have put into it. We know that you have a tough job ahead with the financial state of our district and the state trying to figure things out. We know that this is not going to be easy for you, but we trust you, and you've done an excellent job, and just thank you for everything. You've done a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one I have is Cindy Barnett.
Good afternoon. I'm Cindy Barnett from Flower Mound. And before I read this, because I kind of get things mixed around, I want to let you know that my daughter, my husband and our daughter graduated from Marcus High School in 1985. We moved here from Denison, Texas, in Grayson County, which is a small country school town, big farming and ranching. And when we moved here, it was an extreme culture shock. Mr. Sigler was the principal at Marcus High School. And I kind of get emotional about this, but if it hadn't been for Mr. Sigler and the teachers at Marcus High School, our daughter would not have been a graduate of Texas Women's University. They took the teachers, when they found out that Stacy wanted to go to college, and she was, Denison is a poor school district. And so they didn't have all the opportunities that y'all have here. And when they realized that Stacy really wanted to go to college and they weren't preparing her for that in Denison, the teachers said, Stacy, you come before, during, and after school. We are going to work with you. She was far behind in math. She was far behind in English. And those teachers surrounded her with support and all the help that she could have, and now she's a paralegal for an attorney in Hickory Creek. So I just want to thank. First off, I just want to thank Louisville for allowing my daughter to have the opportunity that she has right now, and I also want to thank each of you, the school board members, for your service to our students and teachers. Now that we have a new school superintendent hired, I want to interject that the school board and administration focus to being open to the citizens they represent. I want you to know that since the failure of the tax referendum last year by over 67% of the voters, the citizens are aware that we must be diligent.
Ms. Barnett, I think no, it's okay. The microphone went out. We want to make sure we get you there. Chris is going to give you a new one. We'll grant you another 30 seconds.
I'm sorry. Okay. I knew it went out, but I thought, okay, maybe I can talk
you're
loud
okay.
enough. Okay. Now that we have a new school superintendent hired, I want to interject that the school board and administration focus to being open to the citizens they represent. I want you to know that since the failure of the tax referendum last year by over 67% of the voters, the citizens are aware that we must be diligent about the actions the school board and administration takes concerning our children and our taxes. We expect our administration and school board to think long and hard before instituting any tax increases during these troubling economic times. As we all know, the largest taxing entity in the state of Texas is our schools. With that in mind, I ask that each of you pledge to reel in the expenditures first within the administration office, because this is the most costly expenditure for taxpayers. Does a school superintendent really need 7 assistant superintendents? Does our administration and school board require 5-star hotels when attending meetings and seminars? Please, as citizens, we must tighten our belts, and we should not expect any less from our school board and school administration. And I ask that each of you become personally and physically responsible for our tax dollars. And thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, the last card, Miss Amber Fulton. She's coming down, speaking as a private citizen. It's not my fault I didn't do it.
Thank you, Ms. Kyer and school board members. I know this is a little bit unconventional, but I did feel the need and feel compelled to address you in this manner. I'm speaking to you as a citizen. In 2005, I was the harried mother of 4 children. They were then 15, 12, 9, and 4. And I was not necessarily looking for another volunteer job at that time. I was serving LISD proudly in the larger state of Texas on the Texas PTA Board of Directors. An outgoing board member suggested that I seek a position that he was vacating. And as Carol and Tom are aware, I ran for that open seat, and in a three-way race, I was elected. Now, for 5.5 years, I have served the students, families, staff, and residents of LISD. I could not have done this without the unconditional support of my husband, Donnie, and our 4 patient and understanding children, 3 of whom are sitting here in the audience with him today, Michael, Trey, and Hunter. On a selfish level, they are the reason that I do what I do. But with a vision that supersedes my desires for them, I have a vision. I have a vision of bright futures for all of our students in LISD, and the same attributes that I possessed 5.5 years ago are still valid. I can add to them now over 190 hours of continuing education, countless meetings, a few very hard decisions, and some very important lessons learned. In spite of the fact that I now really know what I'm getting into, I am pleased to announce my intention to seek re-election to place 6. In honor of School Board Appreciation Month, please accept my appreciation for your service to our district and the sacrifices that your families make in order for you to sit there today. I hope to continue to serve with you for an additional term. Thank you.
Wow, a politician that kept to the 3 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Lee.